Hey everyone, welcome to Hanging with Uncle. I'm Gene, and before we get started, please hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell so you don't miss when information like this comes out. Because today I want to talk about, is the United States collapsing? And I only say that because a couple of days ago in Brazil, a replica of their statue collapsed, and because Brazil had a Statue of Liberty replica, um, it was destroyed by 90-mile-an-hour winds. So, through no fault of its own, the statue in Brazil collapsed and is no more. Now, is that an omen? Because the original statue was gifted to us in France after the Revolutionary War, because we wanted our liberty, and they supported that because they helped us fight the British and attain that liberty. So when I look at what's happening now, no, I don't think the physical monument is in danger of collapsing, but the United States from within is. And I leave some examples in the description box below, so all you have to do is click those links and you can see what I'm talking about. But let's look at the Affordable Care Act. All right. Today is the 18th as the recording of this video, which means Congress has about 2 weeks to act and get signed into law, extending the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. Now, it took a discharge petition to do this. And again, a discharge petition is when a majority of the quorum of actual representatives in the House are there. Right now, that number is 218. Then you force a vote to the floor, bypassing the Speaker, and he has 7 calendar days within to do it. So, on the 6th day before he's required to bring this to the floor, he's closing session in the House, so it can't be done. And if this is not an obvious slap in the face to every American that now has health insurance, I'm not going to say health care, but health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, will lose that. And I heard Mike Johnson, the Speaker, talking about, well, it's only 7% of the people, trying to make it seem like it's a small number. You know, the whole finance game where they get you to pay attention to the percentage and not how much money you're totally coming out of pocket with. Because if we look at this scenario in that analogy, that's over 20 million Americans that will lose their coverage and potentially lose life because of pre-existing conditions that they were denied coverage on before the Affordable Care Act. It's just cruel. Cruelty is the point. So that, number one, is creating a lot of turmoil, not just in Washington, D.C., but in every household in the United States. Now, for those of you who are intelligent enough to realize that Republicans are working around the clock to make sure you lose your health care, you're voting against your own best interest if you vote Republican, because they're the ones that are causing this. They're the ones in control of government right now. They have the executive branch, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. So this is happening on their watch because it's what they want to do. And they want to blame Democrat, but that's like the kid who throws the rock and breaks the window and points at his friend saying he's the one who did it. That's the game they're playing. And people are tired of it. I don't want to call anybody stupid for seeing this, but again, it's why I totally recommend ditching your party affiliation for any party. Be no party and vote on your best interest, not on what a party platform and what they tell you to think. So check out the examples and you decide for yourself if the United States is starting to collapse from within. We've already talked about Venezuela and vaccinations and tariffs and how expensive things are, and now they want to cut your health care. This is all in Project 2025. It's coming to fruition, and it's time to wake up and vote your best interest. Those are my thoughts. I would love to know what you think. Please leave them in the comments section. Remember, be kind to one another. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. That's all. I'm Gene. Thank you for hanging with Uncle, and we'll see you next time. Take care.